Alright, this is Brother Will, aka Quiet Storm, and we're back. This is week 24 of our 52-week challenge. Tonight we're going to be talking about you gotta work your harvest. You gotta work your harvest. And this is more so of a piggyback of last week's message where I was talking about embrace the season that you're in. You know, talking about the seed time and talking about the harvest. So I'm going to use the same scriptures as a reference. Ecclesiastes 3:1, which is basically talking about everything, every purpose has a time and has a season. And then Genesis 8:23, where it talks about the seed time and harvest and summer and winter, day and night. These things are not going to cease as long as the earth remains. Alright, so the topic tonight, you gotta work your harvest. Now, growing up in church and stuff like that, and just around the church environment, there's been plenty of services that I went to, had many people prophesy or just speak into your life saying, you're in the season of harvest, you're in your harvest time, this is harvest time. You hear that a lot. And people get really excited about hearing that it's harvest time. So I've heard that plenty of times, but I kept wondering, and I kept getting frustrated because I'm like, okay, well, why am I not getting these big blessings? Why am I not reaping this harvest? Well, God showed me that in harvest time, that's not the time to just sit back with your hands out and thinking that the harvest or the blessing is just going to drop into your lap. That you just go, all you have to do is hold your hand out and receive it. It's not the time for that. The harvest time is the time where you're going to have to be the most diligent, the most focused, and put in the most work. Because Jesus gave an example. He said, well, the harvest is great, but the laborers are few. And then he said, well, pray to the Lord of the harvest that he will send more laborers out. So if the harvest is so great, and if all I got to do is receive it per se and just put my hands out, why would he say that, okay, the laborers are few? Now let me give you an illustration just to kind of back up the point that I'm making. If I was a farmer and I had a cornfield and I had 100 acres, I had a big field of 100 acres, right? And when harvest time comes around, that 100 acres is full. I mean, full of corn, nice, big, tall stalks of corn, right? Am I going to get excited because I got 100 acres of corn in my field? Yes and no. I'm going to get excited, yes, because I know that I'm going to have to put in the work. If I can get all of this corn, if I can get somebody to come chop it down, if I can get it gathered, if I get it to a place where I can shuck the corn and wash it off and inspect it to make sure there's no worms and insects on it, and if I can get it in a position to where it's suitable and it's useful for me, then I would get excited because I know that harvest is going to be beneficial for me. As a farmer, I could go sell the corn to grocery stores or just other farmers, or just different things that I can do for to bring the harvest in. I can eat it too, and I can survive off of it. So, but I wouldn't get excited because I know the work that it's going to take. Like I said, somebody's going to have to cut it, somebody's going to have to shuck it, somebody's going to have to inspect it and wash it and clean it and get it packaged up, make sure all the worms and the insect and all that stuff is off of the corn. So that's where all the work comes in. It's not like I could just call up a grocery store. I'm going to say, like, call Walmart. That might be my biggest customer. I might say Walmart, I'm like, yo, look, it's harvest time. I got a big field. I got 100 acres of corn, and you can get it for the low. Y'all come get it. It's not going to work like that. You're going to have to really put in that work to have it packaged and have it prepared for Walmart to come purchase it for you. And of course you're going to have some for yourself because it say, the worker, you're going to have to be the first partaker of it. So, that's the mindset that you need to really have when going into harvest time. Not the mindset of that, I've already planted my seed, I've already watered it, okay, God, get the increase now, and you just got your hands out. the increase is there, the harvest is there, but you gotta really get focused in, in that area where you planted your seed. That's where the harvest gonna come. So if you planted your seed in this field, you need to be watering that field. And when the harvest time comes, you work that field. You get diligent, you get focused, really locked and zoned in so that the harvest can be beneficial for you. Alright, so like I said, this is week 24. This is Brother Will, aka Quiet Storm. Just know that you gotta work your harvest. Alright, talk to y'all next week. God bless.